mixed variety of fruit, which usually is like berries, cherries, things like that. Mango, pineapple, like I like to mix it up. So those smoothies, I've been loving dark chocolate peanut butter. Or maybe it's almond butter. I think it's almond butter, but either way, it is super good. I feel like it's a healthy alternative to baked goods, so I don't know. It's a great way to get protein and healthy fat in. Those nice lipids for strength and energy. Been making sure to listen to an audiobook or read a book. Stretching, working out, giving yourself a massage, hygiene, cleaning, journaling, doing something creative, just playing with the patterns, textures, colors, textiles. Making sure to get your heart rate up so you can feel alive. Yeah, those are. Oh yeah, making sure I play with my dogs and I talk to my family members every day. Making sure to really focus on gratitude. Gratitude has been huge in my life. For a long time, but especially like recently, like so many times, all I want to do is just focus in the moment on how grateful I am for so many things. And just focus on my journey, my authenticity. So it's a lot of like grounding, being in the moment, just appreciating the moment that I'm in right now. Because good moments are all nice. But if you cannot ground yourself enough, you're not fully enjoying the moment. So yeah, maybe you have a lot of free time right now. Instead of judging yourself, forgive yourself and accept yourself and push yourself creatively, responsibility-wise, motivation-wise. Because all we can do is our best. Our best is always good enough, and you just aren't promised anything in life. Like, you don't know how long the people in your life that are in your life right now are going to stay in your life. Who the main characters of your life are going to be this time next year. Things like that. Like, nothing is promised. Everything is ever changing, and that can cause a lot of uncertainty. But it can also cause a lot of adventure, experiences. It's like when you first work at a job, you're like, well, I have nothing, I don't know what to expect. Or maybe you do, but it's still kind of like, I'm new, like, I'm very open to accepting this isn't like my last job, and sometimes that's a little bit more difficult to do than other times, just depending on how the new job is in relation to the old one, you know. If it's similar enough, it might be difficult not to compare jobs. I've recognized that a lot. I used to do that at my last job, where it was like I was constantly being reminded of things from my previous job. Not the one that I worked at, like, before my last job, but the one before that job. So, yeah. I don't know. I find memories can be very tricky, and I have to be very careful with my memories and making sure that I don't dwell on too many. I have to make sure that my perspectives, while being reminded of the past, are still healthy and nurturing for me. Because you don't want a negative headspace because you get reminded of the past for too much. You know, and it can simply be because you're like, oh, I remember that was such a good time, or sometimes you're like, gosh, that was a really terrible time. And like both situations would make you sad, you know, because it's like, oh man, I don't have that anymore. If it's like a good memory, and then a bad memory is like, oh my gosh, like blah blah blah. But so that's what I mean by like making sure your perspectives when you get reminded of the past are okay. So if you think of a good memory, remind yourself that you always have good memories every single year. Sometimes you just have to acknowledge them as a good memory and remind yourself of them, because you can't really predict which memories will like stick in your mind, you know? So sometimes you have to remind yourself of good memories that you have. Which is why I highly recommend journaling and writing down some of those good moments every so often. Maybe at the end of each month, you can think of even like 3 to 5 good memories you had in the last 30 days to remind yourself that, yes, sometimes it can be really difficult to not just focus on the problems you have and the negatives or the what ifs, the uncertainty, the anxiety, but at the end of the day, don't let the good memories fade off. Like, remind yourself of them. To remind yourself that no matter how bad life gets, there are always good memories every year. There really are. They don't have to be a level 15 out of 10 memory, every single good memory, but there are a lot of good memories. So, similar to gratitude, like, if you are constantly reminding yourself of just the positives in life, and you automatically start doing that when you start to like spiral. Number one, it's a really healthy distraction method, and number two, you're thinking of positives, so it helps ground you a bit and like reassure you that there's a lot more that's okay right now than that is not okay right now. So hopefully that made sense and that was helpful for y'all, because when I tell y'all I have faced so much uncertainty and just a roller coaster of events that have happened so far this year. You know, so that's why sometimes I'm kind of out of it a lot, or I'm really tired. Like I've just best as I can without slipping into destruction, like self-sabotage, and like I'm trying my best to be positive, and that's really all you can do. I'm trying my best to be healthy, that's all you can do, things like that. And again, just really sitting in different moments throughout the day, just with appreciation for what you have in your life, and that includes you, for who you are, and your qualities. One quality, could be that you're really good at listening, or you're really good at making sure everyone feels included in a conversation, or you're really good at making sure you talk to everyone. Like, there's a lot of different skills you can have. Maybe one of your skills is that you're really good at saving money, like you're not an overspender. There's a lot of really good qualities you can have about yourself. Yeah, so stay focused on those amazing qualities, and you're hearing it from me that everything will be okay. In this one moment, everything is okay. Because all you have is this one moment. So I like to do that and just remind myself of that a lot, because I have really terrible anxiety and I have really terrible depression, and I don't like either of those things. So yeah, it's just a lot of trial and error and trying. So we're all gonna be okay, and in this very moment we are all okay. Okay, hopefully this video brought nothing but positivity and peace and relaxation to anyone. I just want my channel to be positive